Welcome to Quick Shots, a short format traditional archery podcast, where we introduce you to some of the world's most influential traditional archers, and occasionally, some random dudes. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, archerypass.com, for all your traditional archery needs.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Quick Shots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers, and usually I give you everything, but today I'm going to just give you some. Welcome to the show, Levi. Summe, how are you, buddy? What's going on?
It's going great, buddy, but the last name is Summe.
I know how to say it, dude. I know how to say your name. So Levi and I, actually, dude, you're like the dude when I go somewhere. If you're there, then I want to be there. I want to go in the archery world. So anyway, Levi, how are you doing, brother? How's things been going?
Things been going great, just living the dream up here in Pennsylvania.
You moved from West Virginia to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, just recently.
And you followed your heart.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Follow your heart and follow your dreams.
Dude, hey, so you and I just got back from the single string boot camp, which was fun. We had a good time out there, didn't we? That was cool, man.
Had a great time.
It was so good. Are you a little nervous to do this?
Just a little bit. I mean, but I'll adapt and overcome, I think.
I know you will, man. You're like I said, you're like one of my best buddies when I'm out on the road, because if you're there, then I'm gonna have a good time. I know I'm gonna have a good time. So, and I think everyone in the community knows you.
People keep saying that, but I don't get that at all. I mean, every time I go to one of these events, I still see it and meet people I've never met before, and it's like complete strangers. So I don't get that, but.
It's true though. It's true. You like when you walk in the room, I don't think anyone doesn't know who you are. And you put so much effort into archery. Like you're on social media, you're going to every event, you're doing the shoots, you're training really hard. So I mean, you're putting effort in to get better at archery. And you know me, anyone that loves archery, I love that person too. But I love you especially because I don't know what it is, but something about you, I just feel like you're like my little brother or something like that. I don't know what it is.
I'll take that for what it's worth, man. It's I'm eat up with this stuff right now. It's such a great time getting out and shooting all the time. It's just it's addicting, and I can't get enough of it.
Really? I mean, you got to get there are some days I just want to go, damn, man, I don't want to do this anymore.
There's days I'll throw my bow across the street, but if I didn't have days like that, then it wouldn't be worth it.
Isn't that funny? It's kind of like golfing, because I always say you always hear those golfs. In fact, I just heard one this week. The guy's like, man, I shot 9 holes. I shot like a 56 on 9 holes. And I go, yeah, it's not too great. He goes, but I said, are you going to give up golfing? And he's like, no, it's like my last 2 holes. I shot par birdie on my last 2 holes. And I was like, yeah, but that's how they get you. That's how the golf gods get you.
Exactly. The money racket.
It's a money. Yeah, same with archery, man. I mean, I'm telling you, like you shoot a good round of 3D and you're just like, you forget about the 12 rounds that you missed like 4 targets, It's like, dude, it's so much. Anyway, today, so listen, brother, I just want to sit and chat with you and kind of shoot the shit a little bit, because I think I think everyone knows who you are, but we'll talk a little bit about what your setup is and all that stuff too. But it's just good to see you on film. And I think you're the one that I put off the most, because I was like, I just want to wait, and we'll get him on there because you and I are kind of buddies. So I feel like
making since 2019 now. I mean, gee,
yeah. I know you must have been like, what did I do wrong? How do I get on? You got all these other like no names like Aaron Schneider and
Jared Goulian. I mean, gee whiz, that guy. here.
Who's that dude? Who is that dude? So anyway, you know what, dude? Let's jump back here. How'd you get into archery?
Oh, geez. So we have to go way back. When I was about 10 or 11 years old, my family moved to a county in West Virginia, Wyoming County, and there's 4 counties in the southern region of West Virginia that are bow hunting only. So I grew up as a hunter, all 10 years until we moved. And when we moved to Wyco, it was all bow hunting. There's no rifle season, nothing. So, you kind of have to adapt to that. And so I picked up, a bow and just started flinging arrows at 10, 11 years old and fell in love with it. And another thing about Wyoming County is because there's no, gun season, it breeds just hellacious tournament archers. I mean, there is some of the biggest names in the IBO and ASA have come from Wyoming and McDowell and Boone counties. And, it's just a breeding ground of just top level and archery fiends. It's an awesome place. But then, at least getting in traditional archery, flash forward to my years in college, I got in a little bit of trouble hunting season. So I had a compound on my college campus, and I was loading it into my truck to go hunting an evening after class, and campus security rolls up and says, "You got to get that off campus or you're out of here." I was like, shoot, what am I going to do? So I just kind of scrounged around, ran to Dick's, and bought just it's pretty much a Samick Sage, but it's made by October Mountain. It's like a Smoky Mountain Hunter or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's because I could bolt it, take it apart and hide it real well in my truck. And I just started traditional archery right then and there. And since then, it's been leaps and bounds. I've loved every minute of
Dude, the craziest part about that story is that you went to school.
Oh, God. Hey, I got 2 degrees, man.
Come on, we're friends, we're buddies. We can joke around a little bit. So that's good. So you never look back. So do you do any compound now, or?
No, the minute I took my first whitetail with a single string traditional bow, I sold every compound I had, which was a lot because I shot lots of tournaments. I shot competitively for years, and I just got rid of all of them. I said, I'm done. This is where my heart's at.
That's good, man. And I love that story because and we hear that a lot, but there's like guys like Jared, he goes back to the compound every so often when he gets a little bit of target panic. I'm just saying you don't need to do that. Archery's archery. I love archery, but single string's awesome, right? It's just so cool.
The amount of work you put into it just to watch that arrow, in your case, go way off and miss totally.
That's true. Yeah.
It's even magical then,
Yeah, well, see, that's what you guys are missing out on. See, like all you guys that hit the target, you don't get that really great walk through the bush, right? You don't get that. Like I get to experience the entire course. Everyone else has to just go up to the target, pull their arrows. I get to go like way behind the target and check out all that's going on back there. So, and thankfully I'm not allergic to poison ivy or poison oak. So I'm usually pretty good. I'm surprised I don't have Lyme disease yet because I've had more tick bites finding arrows. Dude.
Oh, gee.
Hey, could you wear any more push stuff? Because I gave you crap about the hat, and then I'm looking at your bracelet. You put even on the bracelet for the.
I got to represent the push guys. Matt and Tim, they're good to me. They're good
and which ones are those guys? They're at the push.
They're the ones that they have that really small podcast with like 5 listeners, but they give everybody a shot. They'll hang out with anybody. They're all right.
Yeah, but have they had Levi Summe on?
I guess technically they have. I was on the Lancaster podcast, but it was me saying, "Yeah, I did real bad." I was like, "Yeah, I did horrible." It was eye-opening.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't do as bad as you say you did, but that's a tough shoot, man. So you've done everything. You do target, you do 3D. Are you doing field at all?
This year I'm going to start doing some field. Alex Melnick has talked me into it. So we're going, at least planning on going to outdoor nationals in Richmond.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Try to get that up. But yeah, I've never been into it before. I've never done it. So I'm hoping to maybe dive head first and see what happens.
Yeah. So fill me in on field for a second. I think someone else already did, but walk me through it. Like, it's just, is it unmarked ranges?
So, and I've never done it, so I don't really know, but I think it is like one day it's marked, so you know the yardage, and you're shooting at it's like a 10. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this.
Okay. Okay. I won't record this part.
I know there's a 40 centimeter, or 60 centimeter, 80 centimeter, and I think whatever the smaller one is. I don't know if it's 8 or 10 or what, but
yeah,
the bunny targets, it's like 15 yards. But then I know one day is marked, and then the next day is unmarked, and each one of those targets fits within a range of yardages. So like the 40 centimeter, for instance, is like, I want to say between 20 and 25. It's somewhere in that range. I don't know. I could be totally screwing that up.
So dude, but you did Mark Hodges' course, right? On single string. Yeah, and that was terrific.
That guy opened my eyes on yardage judging, and it was phenomenal.
It's funny. So really quick story on that. So Mark Hodges, who's go check out our previous podcast. Mark was one of my first guys to come on the show, and he was at the single string boot camp, and he was teaching. And so first of all, the dude's a college level professor, and he's retired. And so when he's teaching a class, a 40-minute class, he kills it, right? He kills it. So he killed it, and just did a fantastic job of single string. And he was talking about the different size targets, and then we were doing range estimations, right, Levi? I give, so at the very end, he gives a test, right? So he's got all these targets set out. He's like, okay, here's the paper, go and do your, write down what ranges you think they are. So Mark is a Kansas guy too. So he's pretty open with me, but I give him back my paper. He looks at it. He's like, dude, I was like, I didn't get any of these right. Not one. He's like, goes, oh yeah, I won. He got one right.
Like the 5-yard, whatever.
I'm like, I cannot be that bad. Like, I mean, I can't be anyway. So Jared and I went out and shot. We have a really cool, so I think that I'm going to try and do this a lot more, especially if I see you guys, in person. I'm going to have you guys shoot with me and then do the podcast while we're shooting, right?
Oh, that'd be phenomenal. That would be so much fun.
So Jared and I got one. It's in the can right now. I just got to make sure that I do the editing and get it up here. But so he's walking through, and we're doing shooting. He's like, okay, well, tell me how far you think this is. I go, yeah, it's 25 yards. He's like, okay, shoot it. Zoom right over the target. He goes, no, that was like 28 yards, dude. He's like, you're right. I can't measure distance.
It's all practice. It's all practice. And you Canadians, you're like still in meters. You got that weird disconnect of using standard or imperial and metric.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. What bow and arrow setup are you shooting right now, Levi?
Oh, geez, right now. So my hunting rig right now, I've been shooting it all morning. Is it's a DOS HT21.
Love it.
With Tradtech Black Max carbon woods, 55 pounds at 28. But on that riser they're like 48 or something. They're at my draw length. This 28 is about 48 to 49. And then I'm shooting gold tip kinetic Pierce Platinum 340s.
And that's because you're going to mess some people up. So the trad techs are measured on a 19-inch riser.
I think they're measured on a 17.
Or 17. Okay, so they're measured on 17 because then when you lowered the poundage, And when you went up, for a 21-inch riser, people will be like, nah, 25-inch, and then you're coming down, but it's not. Tri-Tech limbs are rated at a
They're rated
smaller
on
range.
17-inch riser, so I'm going up to a 21, so that's going to drop the poundage.
Yeah. I get it. Okay. I want to clarify that. Okay, keep going. What were your arrows?
So arrows are gold tip Kinetic Pierce Platinum Series 340s. I'm shooting those full length with the ballistic collar in front with 150 in front of that, and I'm shooting those off a Springy with an AccuTune.
Mhm.
Shout out to the Push again.
Push it. Yeah. I mean, you're like, I don't know how. Are you sponsored by the Push because you're wearing all their stuff? You're shooting their bows.
I'm just a big fanboy. All right, they don't sell me any, or I don't sell anything for them.
Let's pretend. Hey, you know what? We can pretend this is that you're on the Push. In fact, is this the only reason you did it because you thought you were getting on the Push today?
Well, I only did it because you told me that Matt and Tim were going to be here, so I was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely."
Well, surprise, Matt. Come on.
I'm bamboozled.
Dude, we can pretend it's the Push and be real boring if you want. I can make this boring too. It's not. No, I'm kidding. We love those guys. So anyway, let's get back to it. This is fun. Okay. Honestly, this is one of my favorite interviews I want to do because we're buddies. Are we buddies? We are buddies, right?
I freaking love you, Mick.
Are we friends?
You are just such a hoot. We need to step back and tell people the story.
There are no stories, dude.
There's a story.
Hush.
Okay. No, I will go no further unless you're totally cool disclosing.
What story are you talking about?
You saving my life when I almost floated away at Single String Boot Camp Part 1.
Oh, that was not even a thing. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead. You can tell the story. It's a quick one.
Yeah. So, Barebow Boot Camp back in 2019 is where I met Mick the first time, and I was camping on site at the Clinton County Sportsmen's Association, and that day was beautiful. It was like 90 degrees. It was hot and sweaty. And just like, man, this is going to be a good day to camp. So I set my tent up. I didn't bring a rain fly like an idiot. And that evening, we're all out in town, tailgating a little bit in the Holiday Inn parking lot.
True.
I drive back to my tent, and it's sitting in about 3 inches of water. And all my stuff's soaked. Everything's covered in water. Everything's just floating in there. So I call Mick. I'm like, dude, I'm in a pickle. He's like, dude, just come back to the hotel, stay in my suite. And then, he saved my life. So it was a good time. Me and my buddy Hayden. That was a hoot.
Yeah, you guys are good guys. It wasn't a suite, by the way. It was a room. It's up there. And I'm just thankful that you guys. Not once did you guys complain about my snoring. So I thought that was pretty good too. So I'm just happy that you guys got to stay dry. It was fun. And that last single string boot camp was fun. This one was even, it was really fun too. Like we had a lot of good times out there. I stayed right next to the Push guys. Like we rented a cabin. Levi shows up. We shoot some arrows, man. We were like, it's so funny, man. We like 2 cabins next to each other. I'm pulling in, and then there's Matt. And Matt's like, what the? Like, yeah, it's me. I'm over on this side. You guys are on this side. And then the Grid Archery too. Those guys are good guys.
Yeah, those guys are great guys.
Yeah, it's
Matt Durker and what's his name? Oh man. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name now. But anyway, they're great guys over at Grid Archery. Check them out. They got an Instagram.
Grid Archery. Check those guys out too. You're on, right?
Dustin Helton's his name.
Dustin, yeah, okay. So you're on Instagram too. I'm gonna put it above your head right here.
Okay, yeah, I'm on Instagram. Make sure you put the right one. So one of my Instagrams got hacked not too long ago, and it's still out there. It hasn't been shut down yet. So my current Instagram is oh god, I don't know. It's
take your time.
I'm sorry. It's oh sugar. It's just Levi Summe 21.
Summe 21. I think I'm on your old one. Am I on your old one?
Possibly.
Dude, we gotta make sure that we fix that up.
Yeah, and if you do find the other account, just report and block it. I think it's just Levi Summe, all one word. So just do that for me if you would, people.
Oh my God. So yeah, it's been fun knowing you, man. You're one of the more genuine guys that I've ever met in my life. And being from West Virginia and having all your teeth, I thought that's pretty cool too. I think you've had to fight a lot of odds,
Yeah, it's been a rough time growing up, man. I tell you what, it's like every time I go to a family reunion, I'm trying not to walk out of there with a wife. It sucks. Totally kidding.
Yeah. And you're a good sport about the whole, West Virginia thing, because in fact, you brought it up too. There's a lot of good out there. And I think I introduced you to one of my favorite well, you knew the guy anyway, but you were pretty surprised when I threw on some Tyler Childers.
Oh yeah.
When we first met, I was like, you got to listen to this guy. I love him. He's like, yeah, West Virginia guy. So he's West Virginia. I'm pretty sure. He talks a lot of.
He's from Kentucky. It's pretty much West Virginia. He thinks about West Virginia. He's been there a time or two.
Okay, he sings about it. But anyway, it's fun. It's fun. Him and who's the other guy who sings about West Virginia? Mountain Mama, Take Me Home.
Oh, John Denver. Country roads, baby.
Country road. Yeah, take me home. I mean, it's a great place to live. And then you moved out to Pennsylvania, which is another mecca for freaking archery, traditional archery too.
Definitely. Yeah. If I was more east, I'd really be in just, I'd be eat up with traditional archery. I mean, still Western PA has wicked, there's an incredible single string community out here. I mean, it's just, this whole state's just full of single string archers, whether they're traditional, bare bow, anything. It's an awesome place to live. I mean, I'm 20 minutes from a super nice range, and I was there this morning just getting stuff ready for turkey season, and it's awesome. I love it.
Are you guys in the middle of turkey season right now or no?
So I'm going to Ohio this coming weekend to do some turkey hunting. So
Okay.
it's like the middle of season. Here it started last weekend, but today the weather was so bad I couldn't get out. So
Yeah. I keep telling people I don't turkey hunt.
you should. It's fun.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Are you doing it? Okay, you doing ground blind, or what are you doing, sitting on a bucket behind a tree, or what are you doing?
I do it all. I typically, if I can get in the ground blind, I'd like to do that. But I mean, I've put awesome stalks on turkeys. Just
Really?
hearing one gobble and just setting up somewhere he might be and giving it all I got. It's fun.
Hey, okay, educate me. And don't, no hate, people, no hate. But honestly, I wouldn't even know what to shoot. Like, I don't know all the names of the different types of turkeys and stuff like that. A Jack, a Jill, a hen.
Jack and Jill. So a Tom is a big turkey, long beard.
Yep.
A Jake is a small turkey, young. I don't know turkey years. I'm not really educated in that, but they got short little. Their beards stick out of their chest like straight. They're real tiny. They look like paintbrushes.
Okay.
And then hens typically don't have any kind of beard. So that's all you need to know. Shoot Toms or Jakes if you're into that kind of thing, and leave the hens alone.
All right. So the females don't do that.
Yeah, don't shoot a hen. I mean, I don't even think it's legal in some states. I mean, here or at least in West Virginia, I think you can take one in the fall, but I've never shot a hen. I found no reason to. I mean, I like shooting big, puffed up gobblers.
Okay, so the girls don't get puffed up like that.
No.
Like those 3D targets where you see they're so big, right?
Yeah.
All right, and now a little bit more. Sorry, I need a little bit more education. Maybe I will go hunt when I don't know if I get back to Kansas by the time. I don't know if I'm going to get back before it's over. But anyway, listen. Actually, I'm in Kansas, just so people know, see my background. This is not my typical. Usually, I have bows behind me, and it's very professional. But this time, it's just.
Serve from here, so we get it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So okay. Are you shooting these things in the 10 ring? Or are you taking neck shots?
Oh, I'm not shooting for the head. That's suicide. I'm shooting for 10 ring all day and hoping that they don't take off flying. Aiming right in between the wing bones, just hoping they do a backflip and topple right there.
Right. Okay, cool. And then so you've shot traditionally you've shot a turkey before?
Shot one turkey with a stick bow.
Okay, and then how far away was that?
gee whiz, like 5 yards. Not
Oh
very
shoot!
far.
Seriously,
Oh
seriously.
yeah, I love getting real close to turkeys. I think that's because they are so clueless. When they're all mating season rolls in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're not really with it. So when I mean, don't get it twisted. They're not easy to kill, but whenever if you're camouflaged in and they think they're onto a hot hen, their mind is elsewhere. So they get real close.
Oh,
And
really?
that's what makes it exciting because they're just strutting in, all postured up and oh, buddy, it's awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I guess that'd be fun. And then, so our buddy over at Wild Fletching, you can take.
Yeah.
He tells you how to take the feathers off and send them into him, and he'll. So if you guys don't know this, Wild Fletching is real turkey feathers, not like other companies like True Flight or whatever. They use synthetic feathers, right?
Synthetic or like farm raised. These are all
Yeah,
wild
yeah.
feathers. Tough.
Right. And they last forever. Those Wild Fletchings, man. I've got them on. I use them exclusively on my hunting rig because they get wet. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, it just wicks right off.
yeah, it wicks off. It's pretty cool. They're cool feathers. But anyway, that's one of the reasons I would do turkey hunting, because you send in your feathers and I don't know what the deal is. He pays for them, or he gives you half back.
I don't know. I think you can send in feathers and he'll send you back custom cut or whatever you send in. Or he might use them as like some kind of credit system. I don't know. I just know he really likes getting turkey feathers in.
Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, he gets those in. Yeah, he's got all the equipment, grinds them and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. It's actually pretty neat setup that he's got. But anywho, so maybe I will try. Now, do you cook turkey breast? Like, no one eats anything but the breast, right?
I mean, I do. I'll try to eat everything. I'll cut off the breast and then I'll slow cook the rest and do like pulled turkey sandwiches, with barbecue sauce. Because wild turkey can be kind of gamey, but the breasts are great. You do them, make chicken nugget or turkey nuggets out of them, or stuff them, do whatever you want with them. They're awesome.
That is a good idea, man. I think that's a good idea. The first year I was in Kansas, I actually went out turkey hunting with my shotgun. I had just bought a shotgun. I didn't even know what I was doing. But anyway, they took me out, and it was pretty interesting hunt. And I got a good one. I got a big, and by accident, I must have hit a male. And so I know that's probably sounds really bad, but guys, I didn't know what I was doing. Cut me a break, man. So anyway, but I did get a male. I had a big beard and stuff on there too. It was pretty cool. Seeing those, just getting them up close. But anyway, all right. So you got a couple good videos out online too of you deer hunting.
Yeah. I posted a couple a video. Was it 2 years ago of me harvesting a nice doe with the recurve. That was a fun hunt. Me and Hayden went on.
Dude, yeah, it was good, and I think it was you're like 30 yards or something on that guy.
Yard. It was a poke. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and it was in the moneymaker. It was right in the it was good.
Yeah, to be honest, so I guess she spooked as soon as I shot. So it's 30 yards. I was sitting in a ground blind on this food plot that me and my good friend Hayden Chadwell, we spent all summer working on, and she was out there at 30 yards, and I just said, "Screw it, I'm going for it." And I shoot at like 40 and can at least group pretty well, so I'm like, I'll just do it. Shot it at 30. I held my arrow right over top of her back because I knew my gaps were pretty tight with my crawl, and I mean it was going, and then it started to drop, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot right under it. It's going under it, and she just happened to like flinch and hit the ground and drop, and she dropped right into it, and she died in 20 yards. It was meant to be, man. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. It was a good shot, and he captured it on video too. It's pretty cool, man. I love it. Awesome. It was really cool, really cool. All right, brother. It's been a good chat. I wish we could go longer. This 30 minutes goes so quick.
Oh, I know, and that's I get that a lot from people when as soon as I hit the end button, it's like, wow, it's 30 minutes is gone and up. And I've thought about going longer with stuff, but honestly, honestly,
I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love the
Yeah.
short format stuff because sometimes I have to like stop a podcast and pick it up a day later. I'm like, I don't even know what we were talking about. I really like it, man.
Exactly right. And you know what I tell people, like right now I'm going to tell people is like, hey, if you want to hear more from Levi, reach out to him, talk to him, and you'll see him at every event you go to. If it's a competition, you'll see him at that competition. He seems to hit a lot of the stuff, man. And you're just a good dude to talk to, go up, and you're very humble and super nice dude, man. Super nice, super nice guy. And
let me tell you, you are doing awesome things for the single string community. I really, really appreciate you. You don't even know this, but I was watching you before you and I met, and I was like, this guy he's going somewhere, and it's coming, man. I love your stuff, buddy.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. I do. I really do. And it's always great to have a beer with you when we go out and hang out, man. No doubt. No doubt. Thanks everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for, don't forget to like and subscribe, all those things that we like to do. Make sure you get over and, Levi, what was your Instagram again?
It's Summe21.
Summe
21.
Yeah, hit them up on Instagram, man. Chat with them. Make friends. That's what this community is all about, man. And
look, anybody wants to hop in the DM, shoot me a text. I'm cool with that.
Awesome. No girls though. No girls.
No girls.
He's a taken man. He's taken man.
Got me an old lady.
Archerypass.com. That's our sponsor for the channel. They're doing great things for traditional archery. So hop over there too if you can. Support those guys. Hey, and one last announcement before I go, and sorry to take up some time here, Levi, but we're going to actually cut all the commercials off on all my videos going forward. So you probably will not have seen, you won't recognize it, but there'll be no commercials in my videos anymore. It's just not worth it. People have to hit skip, and halfway through they have to hit skip again. And honestly, as a creator on YouTube, they don't pay us a lot. So why bother? Why would I bug you guys about that? But I will launch a Patreon a little bit. I know this is stupid, and if you guys think this is dumb, I know, but it's probably going to be like $1. If you guys want to subscribe for $1 a month, that's $12 a year. Help me out. It's not free to do all this stuff, but I love doing it and I want to do it. So if you don't want to, it gives people a choice, and you don't have to skip any of those commercials anymore, Levi. I'm not going to make anyone do that. It's a pain in the butt, man. It's a pain in the butt, and it makes my channel look bad. I hate it. Anyway, so there's a lot of news here, and it's been really great talking to you, brother. And we'll see you at what's the next thing you're going to?
I'm going to first leg of the Triple Crown. It's down in Pipestem, West Virginia, so I'll be going home for that. That'll be nice. And then after that, it's doors open. I'm not really sure yet.
All right, man. All right. So we'll see you around, man. Thanks very much again for doing this. Really appreciate you.
For having me.
Take care, man.
Later, buddy.